Yes, 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 yes. Welcome back to 108 Dragons TV, baby. It's your host, Lemon23, aka Lemetheus, right hand of Zeus, baby. And let me tell you, I've been gone for 2 hot weeks. Happy late 4th of July to everybody. I hope everybody brought it in safe and you didn't blow no goddamn fingers off or anything. I hope y'all had plenty of chop barbecue. I hope you had a fabulous holiday. We all know summertime is slower information, but it seems to be a lot of hate and info and new news, and it's just popping. So it's back to business for 108 Dragons. Thought it was going to be a slow summer. Nah, it's a go summer. Got plenty of information. Always, I miss my viewers. I miss this activity. I miss this energy I give. Always like and subscribe. Share this channel. I will be live streaming more. Today's episode is going to be a little longer than usual because I've been gone and I'm putting a whole week of information in today's episode. So always like and share, baby. You know your boy Lemon appreciate y'all out there. And I will be setting up this podcast possibly on Wednesdays weekly. I'm going to pick the day. I'm going to definitely let you know so y'all can come watch. I'm going to have guest speakers, and we're going to be covering all the major information and news of that week and giving you different perspectives and views from different other YouTubers and gamers. That's how we doing. Now, first thing I got to do, man. Sony. I know y'all out here already know about this, but I got to talk about it. Y'all use goddamn Xbox One X Anthem footage and Photoshop the buttons over the goddamn Xbox One X controller buttons and got caught. Now, for you Sony ponies out there, I'm a Sony guy too, but I like to call y'all Sony ponies because y'all in denial of the shit that's going on around you. If EA or BioWare would have gave Sony footage, they would have gave them the PlayStation footage. They wouldn't give them the Xbox footage because the game is being made for both systems, so they have 2 versions. So they wouldn't give them the Xbox footage with Photoshop buttons over the Xbox buttons. So no, it was not EA or BioWare. I want y'all to think before y'all text. You know that's what I tell everybody. Don't be doing Twitter fingers and you don't know what the hell you talking about. Now, another Xbox subject that was real key this week. This comes from a developer that's programmed on the PlayStation 4 Pro and the Xbox One X. And they're currently making Crackdown, or they're helping with it. And this guy states, I will just come out and say it. The power between the PlayStation 4 Pro and the Xbox One X is night and day. There is no comparison. It is by far way more powerful than the Pro. We can do 100 things more. And you will see how many things we got going on in Crackdown that the Xbox One X eats it alive like nothing. That's another dev talking about the power. So Bungie, do you hear that? Y'all the only dummies that said something real dumb. And I'm not going to stop that. Don't support the Destiny 2 campaign on the Xbox One X because they're not taking full advantage of the power of the system. They're doing some fugazi bullshit. And on this channel, we don't do fugazi. You give everybody, PlayStation 4 Pro owners, PlayStation Xbox One X soon-to-be owners, to PS4, to regular Xbox One S. You give them the best game you can produce. Not make excuses because you're getting a deal from Sony. Now, the benchmarks on the Xbox One X was revealed for certain games. Now, some people didn't understand what was going on. I had to bring some water because this shit about to get crazy here. Now, some people didn't understand of what they didn't have the understanding of what they was reading. First of all, games 900p will be easily done to native 4K resolution. Now, games that are DX12, I know I'm talking over your head and I'm trying to keep this as simple as possible, but these people out here act like they tech heads. So I just got to break it down. Games that are 720p that is not DirectX 12 base, which the Scorpio, aka the X, eats that up for breakfast, those games take a little bit more work. They're going to have to take a little bit more patches. Now, when you hear things like checkerboarding, for those people who don't know what checkerboarding is, it's a form of programming to render a game at a higher resolution because the hardware can't really reach it. So it's like a developmental dynamic scaling resolution result. So when you hear checkerboarding on the X, it's not really because the X is not powerful enough, because they have more 4K native games than PlayStation 4 Pro does since its launch, before it even launched. But it's a terms of development. Now, they have checkerboard rendering on PC. I know guys like, no they don't. No they don't. Excuse me. If you have a 1080 Ti, the game that supports checkerboard rendering don't use checkerboard rendering with a 1080 Ti. All 70 y'all that own one in the United States, including myself. Now, if you have a 1050 or 1060, with those are the highest selling NVIDIA graphic cards to date, not the 1080s, not the 1070s, not the 1080 Ti's. Now, they use checkerboard rendering in Rainbow Six Siege. They use checkerboard rendering in The Witcher. They also use checkerboard rendering, this is PC, in Battlefield 1 on those lower end graphic cards so it can reach a higher resolution. So when you PC guys go out there and say, oh, PC don't need checkerboard rendering, before you Twitter fingers, know what you're talking about. Now, let's get into some other gaming news. This is a little bit what I've been saying from the time I demoed the Switch back in January before the launch. The Switch is a great system. It's a great system for Nintendo. It is not a great system for third-party development. And this is why. If you have a small indie title or a less demanding game, the Switch is fine. As of the Call of Duty new one, World War II, it will not be coming to the Switch. Nordic has also said the Switch is not powerful enough. The architecture in the Switch is the Tegra chip. They have dumbed down that chip in terms of performance because of the heat factor in the form factor of the game system. So you're not getting the full potential out of that chip, and you got 4 gigs of RAM. You cannot expect to get these big AAA titles coming from third-party developers, and they're going to look at that and says, we can't even do the AI that we're doing on the other generations. They have to dumb down the game, which is going to make the game feel different. So for Nintendo fans out there, which I am myself, I don't look for the big third-party games to come over to the Switch, because Mario is already taxing the system where they got 2-dimensional characters all the way in the foreground, which turn to 3D as you get closer. You heard that, Spawn Wave? They're already taxing that system because the the Tegra chip is already dumbed down. So you're not getting the Tegra chip. That's like an NVIDIA Shield, which is full blown. Just the facts. Now, Xbox is getting a gift. You be able to give people gifts on Xbox. I think that's dope. You can buy a game and gift it to them. You can give them Xbox Live, gift it to them. You can give them DLC and gift it to them. That means you buy it in your console, go to your friends list, and choose to give it to who you want as a Christmas gift, a birthday gift, helping them out because they had a bad week at work or a great day in school, and you gift them stuff. I think that's dope. Now, Halo 5 will be receiving a full 4K upgrade. That means textures and assets. Now, getting into textures and assets, I keep telling everybody that the big deal between the PlayStation 4 Pro and the X is the textures. Digital Foundry today, and I've been preaching this for 2 months, today has finally came out and said the differences between the X and the Pro will be textures. Not just the 4K, because you can have 4K and bump up the medium to low end textures. I will put the link down in the description and you can go look at the video for yourself. Don't believe me, Stone Fox Media, goddamn news wave. Instead of reporting bad news, I always provide links. So links will be down in the description to Digital Foundry's video on what's the difference will be, especially when it comes to those textures. And they show you plenty of side-by-side comparisons. Talking about side-by-side comparisons, Phil Spencer said they will have side-by-side comparisons coming soon for the Xbox One X and the S and regular Xbox compared, so you can see the difference in power. Thank you, goddamn Phil Spencer. Because people need to understand why your system is $100 more than the Pro and what they will be reaping in the benefits. Because some people don't understand this tech talk. I'm trying to keep it simple so everybody understands, but that's just what it is. Now, in great Nintendo news, they have reported that they're looking into porting over the big hits from that Nintendo Wii U. That's what I'm talking about. Because I got rid of my Wii U early and I had all the hits. And it looks like Platinum Games is hinting at Wonderful 101, and that game is fantastic and it is very underrated and I can't wait. I really don't need Bayonetta. Even though they're hinting at Bayonetta 1 and 2, I don't really need Bayonetta because I have both of them. Maybe I'll buy 2 again. But I definitely have 1 on backwards compatibility. Stay focused, people. Now, if they start bringing over the Donkey Kong countries, all the Marios that drop, that would be fantastic news, and your library on the Switch will be vastly improved real quick. So I think they're going to be bringing that over. Now, this is some real... Are you serious? Bandai Namco? You bring out Tekken 7 with a goddamn online code that look like it's ran by squirrels on a goddamn treadmill, and y'all really believe y'all gonna bring out DLC that we gonna pay for? Not characters, not backgrounds because y'all barely have any, not costumes, not better graphics. You're bringing out a goddamn bowling game. What the fuck was y'all thinking? A bowling game? Nobody asked for that shit. I ain't buying nothing. You don't fix that goddamn online code, I ain't buying shit. And I expect y'all not to buy it either. That game runs like crap online. Nobody's sitting on couches playing next to each other no more. Now, your first character next week for Splatoon will be available goddamn July 12th. His name is Max Brass. I will be showing you a picture of this as of right now. And he will be free DLC next week. That is excellent. Now, another character dropping in a game that's right now in PC test regions. Doomfist. Yeah, Doomfist. That goddamn Overwatch game is the best goddamn game online besides Halo and Battlefield. Incredible. Can't forget that Rainbow Six Siege, but that's more for the hardcore crowd. But Doomfist, they have no official date on when they will be releasing this character, and I ain't really impressed with what I saw. I have to give him a go. He looks interesting, but he doesn't look like a character I'm just jumping out the window and playing with. But the game is great, and I can't stop playing. Now, I want y'all to pay attention to when I'm on Twitter. Please subscribe to me on Twitter. I do up-to-up updates. Y'all should have been there about a week ago. I was going at it with a couple of these YouTubers that be lying, and about 100 people attacked me about my information. And when I start sending links and facts, that 100 people dropped to like 10 until one of them subscribers said, yo, this dude knows what he's talking about. Yeah, I do, because I'm a tech head that play games, and I am good at games too. I'm good at them. I ain't just talking about them. playing a goddamn indie game all day. I'm real good at games. But had over 100 people trying to argue with me about something because they listening to bad information from vloggers. People regurgitating game news and don't understand what they're reading. We all went to school. It's called reading comprehension. Because you can read a sentence, that don't mean you can explain it or understand it. So when they attack me, if y'all have been on Twitter with me, y'all have seen me destroy them. Not with my ego, not with my opinions, facts. That's what I do. That's all the news I got for you today. Y'all already know. Welcome to the Dragon's Den, baby. Shit about to get real out in the field. Going hard with these podcasts. And I'm out. Cheers.